Solitaire, Chapter 2. The large majority of teenagers who attend Higgs are soulless, conformist idiots. I have successfully integrated myself into a small group of girls who I consider to be good people. But sometimes I still feel that I might be the only person with a consciousness, like a video game protagonist, and the rest are computer-generated extras, with only a few select actions, such as initiate meaningless conversation.
The other thing that takes teenagers, and maybe most teenagers, is that they put in very little effort into 90% of everything. I don't think this is a bad thing, because there'll be lots of time for effort later in our lives, and trying too hard at this point is a waste of energy, which might otherwise be spent on lovely things, such as sleeping, eating, illegally downloading music. I don't really try hard to do anything. Neither do many other people. Walking into the common room and being greeted by 100 teenagers slumped over chairs, desks and the floor is not an unusual occurrence. Kent hasn't arrived yet. I head over to Becky and Albert in the computer corner. They seem to be having a conversation about whether Michael Cera is actually attractive or not. Tori. Becky taps me repeatedly in the arm. You can make me up on this, right? You've seen Juno. Yeah? You think he's cute, right? She slaps her hands against her cheeks and her eyes kind of roll backwards. All good boys are the hottest, aren't they? I place my hands on her shoulders. Stay calm, Rebecca. Not everyone loves the Cera like you do. She starts to babble on about Scott Pilgrim versus the world, but I'm not really listening. Michael Cera is not the Michael I'm thinking about. I somehow excuse myself from this discussion and begin to patrol the common room. Yes, that's right. I'm looking for Michael Holden. At this point I'm not really sure why I am looking for him. As I probably implied, I do not get interested in very many things, particularly not people. But it irritates me when someone thinks they can start a conversation and just get up and leave. It's rude, you know. Past all the common room clicks. Clicks are a very High School Musical concept. The reason they're so cliched is because they really do exist. In a predominantly all-girls school, you can pretty much expect each year to be divided into three main categories. 1. Popular girls, who hang out with the cool boys from the boys' school and use fake IDs to get into clubs. They seem to want to be either very nice to you or very horrible to you, and which one they go for is all down to various things that are completely out of your control. Very intimidating. 2. Girls who are perfectly happy to be as nerdy or uncool as they like, which some people interpret as being weird, but I sort of admire because they truly do not give a shit about what people think of them. So they just know their niche hobbies and get on with their lives. Good for them. 3. So-called normal girls. All the people who are somewhere between these two groups, I guess, which probably means they repress their actual personalities to fit in. And once they leave school, they'll all have giant awakenings and actually become interesting people. School is hell. I'm not saying that everyone fits into one of these groups. I love that there are exceptions, because I hate these groups exist. I mean, I don't know where I'd go. I suppose I'd be group 3, because that's definitely where our lot are. Then again, I don't feel very similar to anyone from our lot. I don't feel very similar to anyone at all. I circled the room 3 or 4 times before concluding he's not here. Whatever. Maybe I just imagine Michael Holden. It's not like I care anyway. I go back to our lot's corner, slump on the floor at Becky's feet, and close my eyes. The common room doors swing open as Mr. Kent, deputy head, strides into the room, followed by his usual posse. Miss Strasser, you can only be 5 years older than us, maximum. And our head girl, Zelda. I'm not even joking, her name really is that fantastic. Kent is a sharp-angled sort of man, most often noted for a startling resemblance to Alan Rickman. He's probably the only teacher in this school to hold true intelligence. He's also my English teacher, and has been for over 5 years, so we actually know each other fairly well. That's probably a bit weird. We do have a headmistress, Miss Lemire. who is widely rumoured to be a member of the French government. They explain why she never appears to be present in her own school. "I want some quiet," says Kent, standing in front of an interactive whiteboard which hangs on the wall just below our school motto. Confortamini in domino, e potentia virtues lice. The sea of grey uniforms turns to face it. For a few moments, Kent says nothing. He does this a lot. Becky and I grin at each other and start counting the seconds. This is a game we play. Can't remember when it started, but every single time we're in assembly or a sixth form meeting or whatever, we count the length of silences. Our record is 79 seconds. No joke. When we hit 12 and Kent opened his mouth to speak, music begins to play out the tannoy. It's the Darth Vader theme from Star Wars. An instant uneasiness soars over the sixth form. People turn their heads wildly from side to side, whispering, wondering why Kent would play music to the tannoy, and why Star Wars. Perhaps he's going to start lecturing us on communicating with clarity, persistence, or empathy, understanding, or skills of interdependence, which are what most sixth form meetings are about. Perhaps he's trying to make a point about the importance of leadership. Only when the pictures begin to appear on the screen behind him do we realise what, in fact, is going on. First it's Kent's face, photoshopped into Yoda's, then it's Kent as Jabba the Hutt. Then it's Princess Kent in a gold bikini. The entire sixth form bursts into uncontrollable laughter. The real Kent, stern faced but keeping his cool, marches out the room. As soon as Strasser suddenly disappears, people begin to tear from group to group, reliving the look in Kent's eyes when his face appeared on Natalie Portman's, complete with white Photoshop face paint and extravagant head. I have to admit, it is kind of funny. After Kent/Darth Maul leaves the screen, and as the orchestral masterpiece reaches its climax through the speakers, the interactive whiteboard displays the following words: solitaire.co.uk. Becky brings the site up on a computer, and our lot cluster around to have a good look. The troll blog has one post now, uploaded 2 minutes ago. A photo of Kent staring in passive anger at the board. We all start talking. Well, everyone else does. I just sit there. Some kids probably thought it was clever, so it's Becky. Yeah, well, it is clever, says Evelyn, her long-established superiority complex making its regular appearance. It's sticking to the man. I shake my head, because nothing is clever about it, apart from the skill of the person who managed to morph Kent's face into Yoda's. That is Photoshop talent. Lauren is grinning wildly. Lauren Romilly is a social smoker and seems to love chaos. I can see the Insta post already. It's really broken my Twitter feed. I need a photo of this on my Insta, continues Evelyn. I could do with a couple thousand more followers. Go away, Evelyn, snorts Lauren. You're already internet famous. This makes me laugh. Just post another photo of your dog, Evelyn, I say quietly. He already gets like 20,000 likes. Only Becky hears me. She grins at me, and I grin back, which is sort of nice because I rarely think of funny things to say. And that's it. That's pretty much all we say about it. 10 minutes and it's forgotten. To tell you the truth though, this prank has made me feel kind of weird. The fact of the matter is that Star Wars was actually a major obsession of mine when I was a kid. I guess I haven't watched any films for a few years now. Hearing that music brings back something. I don't know what. Some feeling in my chest. I'm getting sentimental. I bet whoever did this is really pleased with themselves. It kind of makes me hate 5 minutes later, I've just about dozed off. My head on the computer desk, my arms barricading my face from all forms of social interaction, when somebody pats me on the shoulder. I jerk upwards and gaze blearily in the direction of the pat. Becky's looking at me oddly, purple strands cascading around her. She blinks. What? I ask. She points behind her, so I look. A guy is standing there,
nervous, face in a sort of grinning grimace. I realise what's going on, but my brain doesn't quite accept this as possible. So I open my mouth and close it 3 times before coming up with, Jesus Christ. The guy steps towards me. Victoria? Excluding my new acquaintance, Michael Holden, only 2 people in my life have ever called me Victoria. One is Charlie, and the other is Lucas Ryan, I say. I once knew a boy named Lucas Ryan. He cried a lot, but liked Pokemon just as much as I did. So I guess that made us friends. He once told me he would like to live inside a giant bubble when he grew up, because he could fly everywhere and see everything. And I told him that bubbles make a terrible house, because they're always empty inside. He gave me a Batman keyring for my 8th birthday, a how to draw manga book for my 9th birthday, Pokemon cards for my 10th birthday, and a t-shirt with a tiger on it for my 11th. I sort of have to do a double take, because his face is now an entirely different shape. He'd always been smaller than me, but now he's at least a whole head taller, and his voice obviously is broken. I start to look for things that are the same as an 11-year-old Lucas Ryan. All I've got to go on is his greyish hair, skinny limbs, and an awkward expression. Also, he is the blonde guy in skinny trousers. Jesus Christ, I repeat, hi. He smiles and laughs. I remember the laugh. It's all in the chest. The chest laugh. Hi, he says, and smiles some more. A nice smile. A calm smile. I dramatically leap to my feet and look him up and down. It's actually him. It's actually you, I say. I have to physically restrain myself from reaching out and patting him on the shoulders, just to check he's really there. And he laughs, his eyes go squinty. It's actually me. Oof, why? He starts to look kind of embarrassed. I remember him being like that. I left True at the end of last term, he says. I knew you went here, so... He fiddles with his collar. He used to do that too. I thought I'd try to find you, seeing as I don't have any friends here, so, yeah. Hello. I think you should be aware that I've never been very good at making friends, and primary school is no different. I acquired only one friend during those 7 years of mortifying social rejection. Yet, while my primary school days are not days which I would choose to relive, there was one good thing that probably kept me going, and that was the quiet friendship of Lucas Ryan. Wow, Becky, unable to keep away from potential gossip, intervenes. How do you two know each other? Now, I am a fairly awkward person, but Lucas really takes the biscuit. Turns to Becky and goes red again, and I almost feel embarrassed for him. Primary school, I say. We were best friends. Becky's shaped eyebrows soar. No way! She looks at both of us once more before focusing on Lucas. Well, I guess I'm your replacement. I'm Becky. She gestures around us. Welcome to the land of oppression. Lucas, in a mouse voice, manages. I'm Lucas. He turns back to me. We should catch up, he says. Is this what friendship reborn feels like? Yes, I say. The shock is draining my vocabulary. Yes. People have started to give up on the sixth form meeting, as it starts period 1 and no teachers have returned. Lucas nods at me. I don't really want to be late to my first lesson or anything. This whole day is going to be kind of embarrassing as it is. But I'll talk to you sometime soon, yeah? I'll find you on Facebook. Becky stares in relatively severe disbelief as Lucas wanders away and grabs me firmly by the shoulders. Tori just talked to a boy. No, Tori just held a conversation by herself. I think I'm going to cry. There. I pat her on the shoulder. Be strong. You'll get through this. I'm extremely proud of you. I feel like a proud mum. I snort. I can hold conversations by myself. What do you call this? I am the only exception. With everyone else here about as sociable as a cardboard box. Maybe I am a cardboard box. We both laugh. It's funny because it's true, I say. And I laugh again. On the outside, at least. Ha, ha,